When driving from Sequim to Port Angeles, you see a lot of homeless people on the corner by Walmart, by the Safeways, and through downtown Port Angeles. In situations where it's pouring down rain outside, they could be in really bad weather and they could be really cold and wet and get sick, and a lot of it could be their fault, but at the same time it could be that it's the wrong place, the wrong time. In the United States, there's anywhere from 600,000 homeless people to 2.5 million homeless people. According to Shelter 2.0, 39 are non-Hispanic whites, 42 are African Americans, 13 are Hispanics, 4 are Native Americans, and 2 are Asian. Where these people tend to be are more in central city areas. 71% of homeless people tend to be in central cities, so big cities like Seattle, New York. Another big one is in Los Angeles. These people, for families, there's 3 main reasons for why families tend to be homeless. That is lack of affordable housing, poverty, so not making more than, I think, a little over $1 a day is what classifies you into poverty, and unemployment. For singles, the most common cause for homelessness for single people are substance abuse, lack of affordable housing, and mental illnesses. The United States Conference of Mayors does a survey of 25 cities annually, and for 2013, out of these 25 cities that were surveyed, 30% of homeless adults were severely mentally ill, 19% were unemployed, 17% were physically disabled, 16% were victims of domestic violence, 13% were veterans, and 3 were HIV positive. So there are a lot of problems that need to be handled with this. In my opinion, it's not okay to just have people on the streets. I feel that we should be doing something to help. But at the same time, the United States isn't even close to the worst out there for their rates of homelessness. Since at the most, the United States has 2.5 million, India has 78 million people who are homeless. Brazil has 20 million people who are homeless. Colombia has 9.5 million, and Russia has 5 million. So other places obviously have homelessness too, but those places are one of the greatest amount of homelessness in the world. And that information is found from the homeless statistics from Homeless World Cup. Another thing from portable.hub.gov is the programs that the government are doing to help with homelessness. One of the things is competitive homelessness programs. There's 5 programs, 5 major programs that the government holds for that. And what that is getting people into homes and getting them into permanent homes to make them reliable. So for the first while, they don't have to pay any rent, or they just get to live there. And then the more they live there, then slowly the more they have to pay. The next one is formal homeless programs, and there's 3 major ones for that. It's emergency shelters that come up for when there's a group of like a major group of homeless people that need shelter. These programs they find funding to give those people temporary housing. There's 3 other programs that are listed on the government site. I don't really fall into either of those categories, and one of them is for veterans, and it's a reach out program for homeless veterans, because out of the 2.5 million homeless people out there, of the men, 40% of the men are veterans, and normally disabled veterans. So that's what the government is doing to try and help. Other organizations that are more like local and for each individual place is the Red Cross. That one is a really big one where they do a lot of outreach to people who not only are homeless but could be homeless because of natural disasters. And that's a great program. Locally in Port Angeles, there's also the Serenity House that gives people places to sleep and clothes and food. We also have an organization downtown Port Angeles at the IBS, the Independent Bible Church, that if you bring coats to them, they will go find people on the street and give them coats. So when it is pouring down rain and it is windy, they have that chance to be warm that we don't normally get, or that we have, that we get, and they don't normally have. And so for anybody who wants to help, that you can go there and bring a jacket. Another thing is that if you want to personally help them, normally it's, to me anyways, to go and give them cash money for when they say like anything helps or whatever. It could be used for drugs or alcohol and things like that. And so instead of just giving them cash, take them to the grocery store and get them some groceries. Or you could put together a care packet. So in a care packet, like really all you need is like a paper bag, a granola bar, some gloves to keep warm, and a bottle of water. Those things could mean a lot to people. And you just put it together and have it in your car. And that is just a great thing to just be like, here, like this, because this can help them. It gives them something for being hungry and keeps them warm. And if they get thirsty, they could have water. Then they could reuse the water bottle. So for that, when it says anything can help, give them that instead of money, because it's just a better alternative. And so that is the end of my presentation.